That's a very big question.
Mm.
To be honest, I don't like politics, how politics run in Africa.
Correct.
Yes, I did imagine politic, but I just don't like the politic structure in Africa. So if I had that power, it's just to change the politic structure in Africa. Just especially don't let the government overpower like everything. So yeah, I mean even here we have the government, but they just have things that they have control over. Just let people be them.
Mm.
So that's something I can literally change. Also, changing people's mindset.
Correct.
So a lot of people there, they think when you live in the US, you're just rich, you got a ton of money and all that. Just making sure people understand we have rich people in the US and we also have rich people in Africa. So Africa is also a rich continent. So people just need to understand it's not like you have to come to the US for you to be successful.
Correct.
You can even be successful in Africa. It just depends on what are your dreams and what you are chasing.
Welcome guys to the channel. I'm glad you're here and it is my pleasure to be at your screen right now. And my name, as you know, is Chubaka Hubert. Drive from Georgia to Iowa to come meet the man. This man is big, he's doing wonderful stuff. Anafanya vitu vikali, vitu vikubwa, na that's the reason why I came from Georgia to Iowa, just kumuona, kumu-interview, na tutaenda kumjua. Is the man behind Dafesta, but I will not introduce him. Ataja introduce mwenyewe. So let's go and meet the man who pale na tusubiri tuende tumuone. Hello, my man.
Hello, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm glad to meet you.
Great.
It's been
Nice
like
to meet you.
I sent you a message. I want to meet you, and I'm glad today we're here.
Yep.
We can talk. We can have that talk, and I have my people there. They want to know you.
Great.
I don't know if you can go ahead and introduce yourself, so people can know you, so we can start our conversation.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Raymond. I am the executive director of the Dafesta.
Okay.
So I'm happy to see you guys
Right.
all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. It's a long drive. So welcome to Iowa.
15 hours drive just to come to meet you.
We appreciate you.
I just want to say congratulations, man.
Oh, thank you.
You're doing big stuff.
Thank you.
I saw your stuff online, and my sister,
Uh-huh.
she was like, "Hey, there's this guy. His name is Raymond. Can you go and do the interview for him?" I was like, "Can you give me his number so I can just text him and I text you, and then you are cool." You say, "Hey, you can come up. Let's do the interview."
Yeah,
so I'm
appreciate
here.
it.
I just want to know a couple of questions.
Yep.
To start off, where you come from?
Well, I am Congolese.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Congolese, but raised in Tanzania for most of my life, and then moved here in the U.S. So yeah, that's my a little journey. But literally, I'm a Congolese.
Born in Congo?
Yeah, I came in Congo when I was really young, and
Okay.
I had to go to Tanzania. So I spent my whole life mostly in Tanzania.
How long you been in Tanzania?
Well, I was in Tanzania for 12 years.
12 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Well, I was in Tanzania for 16 years.
Oh, great.
So I was born in Congo the same as you, and go to Tanzania and then come to the US. I came to the US 2012. 2012, right? That's when we came to the US. Okay. It's not about me, it's about you. So I saw you're doing Dafesta.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about Dafesta first?
Yeah, sure. Dafesta stands for Des Moines African Youth Festival Award. So it's a very long name.
Okay.
So we had to put that down a little bit so that we can have a name that everybody can be, it can be easy for everybody to pronounce.
Okay.
So that's why we put it down to be Dafesta.
Okay.
So Dafesta is a platform where a lot of Africans youth can strive and then discover their talents, and then at the end of the day, they live their dreams. So we're just trying to support the talents that we have here in diaspora, like helping those talented African youth around there, just supporting them and be there for them.
Okay, and who came up with the idea of the festival? Like, because I think you're the founder, and you're the one who came up with the idea. How did you come with, like, what came to your mind to start the festival?
Oh yeah, great question. So, well, the time when I came here, I mean, I've been to a lot of like events, seeing a lot of talents that we have in our African youth and all those stories. So I asked myself, like, why don't we have a platform where like all the Africans can come together and celebrate African arts and culture together? So looking up around, we don't have anything like that.
Right.
So I was like, well, I can start something like this, but I cannot do it by myself.
Okay.
I need to get support, first of all, from my own community.
Correct.
So that I can be able to bring people together. So fellow Africans, if they can be willing to listen to my ideas and take in priority and then come in with the idea together. So yeah, it took me a while to think about it. And then after that, I had to reach out to some potential people that I thought at the time they'll be really interested to be a part of this big platform.
Yeah.
So I had to reach out to a couple people and stuff. Some of them supported the idea. Others, they didn't really see themselves to be in that platform. Because always the beginning is always hard. So yeah, we started back then in 2017.
2017.
That's when Dafesta came to life. There was a little bit of hassle at the beginning, how we're gonna come up with that or with that. So yeah, like this year now is the 4th edition. This is the 4th time we're doing it. And then every year is getting better and better and better. The goal is just to support the talents we have in our African community.
Okay. So if somebody can ask you, why are you doing this? Are you doing this because of you want to uplift the youth of Africans, or you just doing for fun, or it's just something you just do it for hustling? Like, I want to know.
Yeah, the reason why I'm doing it is just, first of all, I have a passion in entertainment.
Correct.
I love entertainment. And I just want to support the talented African youth in the community. Like, be the bridge, like where they don't have to ask, where are we gonna go to do this and all of that. So I just want to support them the best I can. We have a lot of platforms in the world, which I truly believe they started like Dafesta. And then the only way we can make it to the point, just supporting each other. So the reason why I'm doing it, just supporting the talented African we have.
Okay. And I remember you said you started on the first time, you did it, the second time. I wonder about the sponsor, the sponsor that you have. How did you come out with Delta and the American Airlines? How did you come with that? Like, I want to know about this.
Well, yeah, life is all about connections, opportunities, who you know, what you know. So the time I came up with this idea, I was like, well, coming up with this event, you need money. Like, money is the big factor to make all this stuff to happen. So after we made this stuff happen, we literally, the first year, it was really hard because we had to use our own money to come up with this event. Like, using our own money, making sure, just we can spend, willing to spend, and then we're not expecting anything back.
Oh, and so, where did you get the fund?
The first time?
Yeah, where did you get the fund?
Well, I used my own money at the first time. Like, we used our own money. Like, the whole board of directors, there were like a whole contribution going on in the board of directors. Like, hey, let's raise funds to make this happen. But as years goes by, we end up doing a second edition. For the second edition, that's where we had to start reaching out to a couple local organizations that we have here in Iowa, trying to pitch the idea and explain what we have in mind, what we want to bring into reality. And then some of the organizations were very interested about the idea. And then the third edition, that was like the biggest one, where we had to get a lot of sponsors, where we get American Airlines, Delta Airline, and then we got Green Sacred Union, Bankers Trust. Those are the local banks that we have here in town. So I feel like the reason why they just wanted to support, they like the idea. And then you never know who can help you before you can just go to reach out to that person to express your ideas, and then they can literally feel like, yeah, we have to do this. Because there's a lot of Africans that bank with Bankers Trust, that bank with Greater Green State Credit Iowa, and then all of this organization, they have this diversity and inclusion, just trying to bring diversity and inclusion in their organizations. And then one of the way they can help raise that, helping organization like Dafesta.
Okay. And it was like, I don't know, 3 days ago, I saw your interview with this was Iowa what?
The Iowa News Channel.
How did it come? Like I don't know that's is a local Iowa. They come to you and they do the interview for you. How? Like I want to know.
Man, everything is possible.
Yeah.
If I was able to bring the Dafesta to life,
okay,
then everything is possible. That channel is one of the biggest TV channel in Iowa. Like one of the biggest TV channel we have in Iowa that all of this like organization everybody relies on. So it was just something they really wanted to know more about Dafesta as a whole. Like, what do we do? And then when is the event and all of those stories. So we can bring awareness to fellow like Iowans, like people living in Iowa. They have to know like what's going on in their city. You know, there's people probably this weekend, they don't even know where to go. But if we use platforms like those, they literally have an idea, oh, there's this stuff happening at Perimeter. And then at Perimeter, like there's a lot of stuff going on in there. So if they can just stop by and then be there. So yeah, it was just people willing to know, understand, and try to discover more about Dafesta.
And if I can ask you, what's your goal in the next like 5 years? Are you gonna do just here in the state of Iowa, or you gonna do it outside of Iowa too? So I just want to know.
Good question. Yeah. The goal is to make Dafesta bigger and bigger and bigger, like more than what has been. So there's a lot of this big award platform in the words, such like BET, Grammy, and all those stuff. That's where I see myself in the next years to come.
Yeah, that's a good goal.
It takes time, but that's where I see myself. And then asking like, do I see myself doing this in Iowa every year and every year? Well, that's a good question. So literally, it just depending on how we will see the platform as, because most of my sponsors, they are based in Iowa, and they want all their dollars. So
what about you to connect with your other organization out there?
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. It's gonna take time. We need to do a lot of research and then a lot of stuff. It involve a lot of timing and stuff. Like the whole board have to sit down and see, because they have to be a whole planning again to bring the Dafesta to every state. They have to be a whole planning and stuff. But right now, we're still in Iowa. Things change. Maybe next year we're gonna be in Georgia. You never know. We're still working on that and see where we're gonna take it next. But still in Iowa right now.
Wow, so man, I can tell you that your story inspired me a lot, because it is not a joke or it is not funny for someone like me. Like I know you do like Instagram, like to my sister also from Georgia to here is a long time. So you inspired me to come all the way from to here to Iowa.
Appreciate
and to do this interview. So you inspire me, and I believe to this interview you're gonna inspire a lot of young youth there, so they're gonna be inspired. And because my goal is to see young like Congolese like involved in something.
Why are you just involving? Why are you just involving Congolese? Why not Africans?
No, I'm gonna do like I want my people to know me first. You know, to know what I'm doing for the community, right? So I want this to be big, and if they know me, it is gonna be easy for me to go out there and to other Africans nations. You know, so that's what I'm doing. And through your story, I believe you're gonna inspire other people. And
yeah, I'll tell you what, everything is possible. Everything is possible. Hard work and dedication that's what is needed for you to maintain your goal. There's a lot of things in life, but if you put your mind in something you like, first of all, you need to like what you're doing. If you like what you're doing, that's how you can have the motivation to do that every day of your life. Yeah, I mean, you guys are doing great. Coming from Georgia is not a joke, as you said.
Joke, man.
And then before you can even have this interview, I looked at your platform and all of that. I mean, you're doing great. Everything, the beginning is just hard. But the more you keep doing it, the easier it gets, and then that's how you go viral. So do not stop, because there's been a lot of like you guys. You come for 3 years and then you disappear.
Like, and that's my next question.
So
that's my next question. what keeps you going? Because you start the first year, you say 2017, and then you just go all the way. What kept you going?
I love what I'm doing.
People, when they start something, they're just going to stop somewhere. But you keep going, keep elevates. What kept you going?
Yeah, I mean, I love what I'm doing. That's the biggest thing, because you need to love what you're doing first.
Correct.
So I love the whole Dafesta idea. So I really like the fact that I am bringing changes to other people's life. So I love to be a part of that, because this is not just a platform where you're just gonna come and celebrate and have fun, but that remains in history. Like our winners are gonna have tomorrow.
Correct.
They're gonna be published everywhere. Like you go like on this websites and all those stuff.
Everywhere.
They're gonna be published everywhere. So even like if you're an artist, a model, just in the entertainment industry,
right?
Everywhere you go, they're gonna ask you, what have you done before? What all that story? So we want to be a recommendation for some of our youth too. Like, oh, I've been to Dafesta, I've won the Dafesta awards before, and all those stories. And then Dafesta is, I mean, it's known and all of that story. So I love what I'm doing, and that's why I keep doing what I'm doing every day. But guess what? If you keep listening to what you hear every day, you're not gonna keep going. Because since we started this platform, we heard a lot. I mean, people supported us. Other people were like, no, this is not gonna go anywhere and all those stuff. But if you love what you're doing, you're just gonna be strong. And
don't listen to the people what
they will come back to you and say, oh yeah, we understood what you were thinking about. So, but at the beginning, everybody will be like, just a waste of time. Let your people go to work and do other jobs and stuff. But if you understand yourself, like what you're doing, everything will be possible and it will happen with no any barrier.
Correct.
Yeah.
So my next question is, I want to know, when you say something, and I believe everything must have its own challenge.
Yeah.
And I believe you have gone through some challenges too.
Oh yeah, a lot.
And I want you to tell people, what did you go through and how did you overcome?
Well, this is the first platform to ever happen in the US. So everybody, all our audience, everybody had his own idea in his mind. The biggest challenges was, how do we get money to make this event happen? That's the biggest challenge, like the biggest of all. How do we get money to make this event happen? Yeah. Like right now, we're doing events at Perimeter. Perimeter is a big place.
Yeah, I can see.
There's a lot of stuff going on in there.
But when I was coming, I was surprised. I said, oh, this is where the event gonna be? This is huge.
Oh yeah.
You know, yeah, go ahead.
All those stuff was like, where are we gonna get money to do all of this? But that's when you start thinking about sponsorship and all of those stuff. So beside of the money thing of it is how my community gonna understand what I'm doing. Like especially how my fellow Africans gonna understand this platform and be willing to come out and feel like it's their own platform, not just Raymond's platform. It's for all. Like we just gonna be there for all and supporting each other and all of that. So those were a lot of challenges, and then other challenges, but they're not big. It's just when it comes to nominations and stuff. Like tomorrow when we give the award, they expect that, but it's only one winner we need in each category. Yeah. There's no way you can make everybody happy. Correct. But I hope people understand it's just the emotion.
How do people vote?
Yeah.
Do you guys vote for people, or how do people vote?
So if you usually check about the Dafesta stuff, the beginning of November, we usually open up like a forum where people fill out, if you believe you have any type of talent you can think of. You just fill out the form. You can do it. The people that believes in you can do it. Like right now, you're doing this your online TV. So people can say like, yeah, this online TV. Yeah, I know. Based in Georgia. It's doing great. So we have all those nominations. But guess what? We get like thousands of nominations. When is that time? Because some people even do it for fun, like just want to put their names in there and all of that. So after the nomination process passed, which is takes like a month, we have to go through an internal verification, like with the board, and we have other people involved in that to make sure we're choosing the right participants. Because talking about having like thousands of nominations, there's no way you can have 1,000 nominees. So we have to go. Like, yeah, this is Raymond. They say, for example, he's a fashion model. Let's go to Raymond's Instagram and see, is he really a fashion model?
Correct.
And then if they go to my Instagram and see, like, it's a whole different story. Like, I don't match with the title I was given. So we take those type of people out before we can even release the actual final nomination. So we have to go through an internal verification. That takes another month again, because there's a lot of names, a lot of people, and we need time to make the right decision. So after that month, then that's when we come up with the final selection. Like these are the name that were selected as final numbers. And then after that, yeah, we announce a special day to announce our nominees for the year.
Okay.
That usually happen at the beginning of the year, like February or March. That's when that usually happen. Then we say, we say these are our nominees for the year. Like it's a special day where we have to even live stream. People can just watch who are the nominees for the year. And then after that, people start voting. The vote's open for 2 months.
Okay.
People can just single vote. If you vote right now, you cannot vote anymore. So we just want to keep it.
You have to vote in each category.
Yeah, in each category. If there's like 15 categories, you just have to vote each of them. One to each of them. So you cannot redo it. Just, we don't want people to cheat, you know? So if it's a family member sending links, family members. So yeah, it just works like that. And then after 2 months again, we have to receive all the vote results. And then we have to meet again as a board. And then we have other internal verifiers as well again.
Yeah.
We have to check, who are the winners for this year now? Let's go through everything. So votes takes up pretty much 70% of all the winners. But we also have a say to it, because at the end of the day, it's something that we want to make sure somebody that really deserves to have it. It's not just because you have a big family here, that means you deserve to have it. Because there's people that they don't even have family here, but they have the talent. And then it's not all about you knowing them, it's what do they have. So we have to go through all of that. And then when we have a final number, this is our nominees for this year, then we have to make, to get like a hold of our award vendors and stuff, so we can start doing the award, and that's how we start the planning of the dates. But this usually happens in July. No matter what, it's in July. But just different dates, but it has to be in July because that's summertime in Iowa. Everybody can be able to travel to Iowa. We don't want to do it in the winter because it's cold. Nobody want to travel in the cold season, snow. So yeah, that's how the whole process works. And then yeah, when we're done, like the day we are all been waiting for is just tomorrow to see the winners for this year. And then November again this year, we're gonna come up with something else again.
Okay.
So
and yeah, I want to know, like, I know when someone win the category or does the nomination, you give them is like a trophy or award. I don't know, you call them awards. How do you guys come up with the awards? How did you make them? Like, I want to know the story behind the awards.
First of all, we wanted to have something that matched our logo. So, because before you can do any type of business, you need to have a logo. So you have to have the logo idea. And then we had a logo idea of Dafesta. Our graphic design is really good, thinking really more deep. Yeah. So we thank him every day.
You can tell
this guy haven't been sleeping like for this whole week.
Oh my God.
Because tomorrow for the nomination, we even have previews, videos on all those nominees and stuff. So you have been working day and night, which is so a lot. So we're very appreciative for all the work he's doing. So yeah, the logo, and then after we got the logo, we had to come up with something that's gonna match our logo. As you can see, all our award is like they're like a stars, something. Yeah. So yeah, we just wanted to match our logo, and there's something that's gonna be like meaningful to people to get. That's why we have to engrave those names where people you cannot delete them. Like those names are there, you can just put in like somewhere so you can remind, oh, this year I won the award, the Dafesta award. So just trying to make something special. It's not something that way you can just go somewhere and then after years you delete the name and all that. Nah.
So to be a nominee, do you have to pay something?
No, you don't pay anything at all. To be a nominee, you don't pay. To win, you don't pay. To participate, you don't pay. Like all of these nominees, we have like 97 nominees. If they're coming tomorrow, they're gonna be getting in free, having a VIP treatment. They're gonna have free food. We're having a full buffet tomorrow inside, having free food, free drinks, and all those stuff. We just want to give them much respect to them because we truly understand they go through a lot of spending. So we don't want them to be involved in that stuff as well. Also, traveling to Iowa require a lot. They have people spend some money. Yeah, driving or flying out. They just have some expenses behind. So we don't want to put anything else behind them. We just believe in their talents. And then if they have the talents, then they can still get the award.
So I want you to look on that camera,
All right.
and if you have any message to the youth living in the US right now, Congolese youth or African youth in general living in the US, what would that message be?
Yeah, the biggest message that I will have to all the youth, the African youth living here in the US is just believe in your dream, be you, and stand in reality.
Okay.
So I know in our like African community, people can even have dreams, but those dreams get put down. But do not let anybody to put your dreams down, because everything happened for a reason. So if you think like, I want to be this person, I want to do this, go for it. Because at the end of the day, it's you, and then people will understand you down in the goal. So that's the biggest advice I can give for all.
Thank you for the message. I think it's going to be, you can inspire some youth there, and they'll be inspired to live their life too. And I want to ask you, I know you recently graduated from university, right?
Oh yeah.
You did graduate. So when you saw me, right? If you were given a chance right now to go back to Africa, and they tell you to change one thing about Africa from bad to good, what would it be?
That's a very big question. To be honest, I don't like politics, how politics run in Africa.
Correct.
Yes, I did imagine politics, but I just don't like the politics structure in Africa. So if I had that power, it's just to change the political structure in Africa. Just especially don't let the government overpower like everything. So yeah, I mean, even here we have the government, but they just have things that they have control over. Just let people be them. So that's something I can literally change. Also, changing people's mindset.
Correct.
So a lot of people there, they think when you live in the US, you're just rich, you got a ton of money and all that. Just making sure people understand we have rich people in the US, and we also have rich people in Africa. So Africa is also a rich continent. So people just need to understand it's not like you have to come to the US for you to be successful.
Correct.
You can even be successful in Africa. It just depends on what are your dreams and what you are chasing for. So
I love that.
Thank you.
Man, keep going. You inspire like a lot of people, and you inspire me for the first, and
Appreciate
I
it.
believe you're gonna inspire other people.
Yeah.
Keep going, keep doing what you're doing, and you're gonna be up there.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for coming.
All right.
I hope I will see you around tomorrow, and then we'll keep talking and see how it
I'll
goes.
be here tomorrow.
So I appreciate it, man.
Thank you very much.